As author Anthony Brandt has said, other things may change us, but we start and end with family. I've been picking the Commonwealth for 20 years, searching high and low at yard sales, thrift stores, antique malls, garages, and sometimes even barns for treasures I can pass on to new homes through eBay. But now as I watch my little ones growing up before my eyes, I find that my real treasures are right here with me every day. So join us as we pick, flip, and resell on our 2 eBay stores and in our 3 antique booths. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave this evening like we typically are. Now that may change here pretty quick. We have a shed being delivered, and if you're new to the program, we decided we were going to have a poll. We were going to have a little election, if you will, and we did a bit of a primary and decided which names should we put on a final ballot. And we had a bunch of suggestions, a lot of good ones by the viewers. We boiled it down to 5 names. I can't even remember them all right now, but I do know the top 2 vote getters are the Blue Ridge Barn, because I call my wife Blue Ridge Mama because we live in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. And the other name was the Commonwealth Cabin. Those are 1 and 2. Commonwealth Cabin is getting like 48% of the vote, and the Blue Ridge Barn is second place at 18. So it looks like Commonwealth Cabin is going to be far and away the winner here, which is kind of cool. I think that's a decent name. We're going to paint that thing blue, and we're going to put a Commonwealth Picker emblem somewhere on that. And we've already had viewers be so kind to send us some things for the inside of that shed, which is totally not necessary, but very much appreciated. We have had a pretty good day in sales today, and we're going to do a giveaway on the show today. And let me show you that real quick before I forget. All right, so I talk about Elf all the time. We talk about Christmas movies. I have some young kids, and we love watching Christmas movies. And I had, believe it or not, never watched this thing. My wife had, my kids had, and I watched it like 6-7 years ago and just laughed hysterically. And so we watch it every year, so I talk about it every once in a while on the show. So we're going to do a little giveaway today. It's brand new in the package. I bought it at a yard sale, along with a whole ton of DVDs. We have 3 antique booths if you're new to the program, and we put DVDs in those booths just to kind of really to try to pay for the rent is really what those do, and then we sell off other items. And I was going to put this in the booth. I'm like, you know what, I talk about this thing so much on there. By the way, I see Sophie. What are you doing, girl? Let me show you Sophie here, and I'm going to give her a treat and I'm going to let her go. Sophie comes down and she visits like twice a week. The Homeschool Hustlers twice a week are out with Blue Ridge Mama doing their gymnastics and karate, and she gets lonely, and so those are the only days she comes down and visits. She usually stays upstairs and plays with the kids, but she also knows she can get treats down here and say hi to her friends out there. Strider, huh? All right, but I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna give her a couple of treats, and I'm gonna put her out here so she doesn't distract us too much. You all right with that? All right, I'll be right back. So some days she'll sit in here good as can be for 20-30 minutes while we're doing this show, and some days she won't. I could just tell she wouldn't today. So at any rate, again, $321.68 out of the Commonwealth Picker store, and 1 sale out of the Homeschool Hustler store. And I think we had a total of 19 sales, maybe 18, I can't remember, and 2 of them were viewer sales, and we'll show you those as we go through it, and we'll tell you how you can win the DVD, the Elf DVD, in the comments. About halfway through, maybe we'll show you how to win that thing. All right, so let's take a look at what's sold. All right, here is a Patience and Brewster Waterhog. I think that's what it's called, a Waterhog. Walter Waterhog is what it's called. And it's just a little ornament. And we bought these, what we thought we were buying was $5 a piece. And we ended up getting a better deal than that because there were some extra ones in the bottom of the boxes. So that was kind of cool surprise when we got home. We've sold the heck out of these things and made a pretty decent amount of money. This one sold for $19.81. It did not have a box or the paperwork to go with it. But I think we're going to sell out of these things. We have two to go, and we had 9. So we've sold 7 of them off and made a pretty good amount of money. We'll probably end up making close to 150 bucks all told on these. So Patience and Brewster, if you see those ornaments out there, scoop them up. While we're at it, we had another one sell, and this is a Synchronized Swimmer, and she's a beauty. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes these lights are a little too bright, but I think you can see that right there. So she's an interesting one for sure. And she has the tag on her, and she had a box with her, and she sold for $25.41 plus shipping. So it's a really nice sale. And that was a big money maker on that one. I guess that's a popular one, and it is kind of neat looking for sure. All right, here's one of the Care Bears that sold from our Plush Nirvana sale. For most of you who saw that, this is the first one we listed and the first one that sold, and it's been sitting right back here if you've been paying attention. Now we put a couple of Fraggle Rocks back there instead, and this one is selling and sold for $17.81 plus shipping, so we paid $1 for it. So I'm going to write that on the Plush Nirvana sale in a minute. We had 2 sales out of that yard sale, and we've been keeping track of it. And I'm going to show you where we're at. We spent $156 total, and I think we've sold 5 things now, and we're going to see how much money we've made back already. And keep in mind, there are hundreds of things, and I still have things in my car. So that sale is going to make us some money for sure. By the way, this is a vintage one. Don't go out there buying every single Care Bear. A lot of them will not sell. All right, and here's the viewer sale. This is a Superman Hallmark ornament, and this is a teacher's ornament. It says Apple for Teacher. I think it's from 1993. 1993. We bought this in a huge box of these ornaments like this for $2. And we've been selling them off in our antique booths, and some of them we've been selling off inside of the eBay cave here. This one was, I think we paid $1 for it at a yard sale in Roanoke. Different than these older ones, these 1990 ones. We bought tons of these things, and we've been making decent money. Not a huge profit. But this one and this one total sold for $17.88, and we probably have about $1.10 into both of them. And this was a viewer sale, and they left a very kind note. And it says, enjoy watching your YouTube videos. Blessings on you for being a teacher. My husband and I are both retired from education. And the name is John, but obviously there's the wife who wrote it, and I don't think you left me your name, and I apologize if you did. But I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. You know, I am a teacher, and that's my full-time job, and I enjoy it quite a bit. But it can be a challenge at times. And I think you said that your son-in-law and daughter maybe were in education too. So hopefully that maybe this one's going to one of them. I'm not sure. You can put it on your tree. But I really very much appreciate that sale. And you guys are awesome. And thank you so much for watching. And we appreciate you. And I hope you enjoy your retirement. I'm looking forward to mine. My retirement's going to be spent in this eBay cave, I think. Or out there in that Commonwealth cabin when it gets all set up. All right, if you've been watching the show very long, these Aquaphor, they're like little travel-size body sprays for itch cream, ointment type stuff. And I paid 40 cents a piece for them. They've been selling for $8.99, and I had 22 of them. And so we're making like $4 a pop, maybe a little bit more. Times 22, that's $88 on one listing. I love that. $88, something easy. They go in the little 4x4 boxes, easy to ship, takes no time at all. One listing takes 2 minutes to ship each one, and we have sold through 20 of them, and we're down to 2 available. All right, our used clothing sales kind of stall around Christmas. They pick up actually in early January in some places, especially jackets and things like that. Mostly because we sell used clothing. You know, new clothing will sell for Christmas. People buy it for gifts, but they don't sell much used. However, something specialized like this is a Liberty University soccer jacket, windbreaker, and it's Nike and it's in great shape. Something like this could be a Christmas gift, or somebody's buying it for themselves, who knows. But this kind of thing will continue to sell. So we did make this clothing sale today, and it sold for $25, so $24.81. Paid $3 for it, so it's a nice probably $12 to $13, $14 profit. Actually, probably a little bit more than that. This is pretty light. That reminds me, I'm going to make a purchase out and about tomorrow, I think. Sometimes you make contacts, and that's the best way to source. Instead of having to go out there and beat the bushes every single day, if you have a few contacts, and I've made an appointment with one of my contacts to look at some Under Armour and Liberty clothing, over 100 pieces, to see what kind of shape it is, see if we can come to a deal, and I can buy that and list it through the winter time. So hopefully we'll take the camera along with us and see if they'll let you take a look. We'll either add that to a video, or we'll put that on the Commonwealth Flipper channel, where sometimes we'll add a little extra content that doesn't quite fit into these videos. All right, I figured this is a good time to pop in and do this giveaway. I know a lot of you probably already have this out there. If you win and you don't want it, you can pick out another viewer in the comment list and I'll send it to them. So if you do happen to win this, send me a message either on Instagram or Facebook, or send a message to commonwealthpicker@gmail.com, and I will ship this out to you free of cost, of course, and we'll use Pirate Ship to ship it off to you. So maybe you can, maybe if you do have it, you can use it and give it to somebody and put it in their stocking for Christmas. So it is a funny movie. Here's the contest. My wife loves this movie, and on 2 videos, 2 different times in the past, and it's gone a while back, I've used a quote from this movie, and it's a quote my wife always says and makes me laugh every time. So what is my wife's favorite quote from this movie? Go ahead and put it in the comments below. 1 guess per person. Whoever hits the mark is going to win it. If nobody hits the mark, we're going to do a randomizer, and if you just mention Elf in your comments, then you'll have a chance to win, and we'll do this in a few days. All right, here's an interesting one. This is a pin, and it's a Mary Poppins pin. When they released a VHS, it says Imagination for a Lifetime, and it's got the Mary Poppins VHS here, and it says and video and DVD. So this was when they released the Gold Collection VHS Mary Poppins, and apparently this was some promo giveaway. And I bought a bag full of these things, like 11 of them, and I thought, I don't even know, nobody even had them listed. And I paid like a dime a piece. I think I paid $1 for the whole bag, so less than a dime a piece. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put them out there for $7 free shipping. And I've sold some. I think we've sold 4 so far and have a bunch left. But you know, that could turn into a $36 profit, $33 profit on one listing and 2 minutes to ship each one. So if you calculate that all out, that's about $60 an hour. So a lot of people would pass that up, but I like to calculate things by the hour, and this is something I'll be happy to sell and make $3 a time. No problem at all. All you do is slide it in a 4x4, tape it up, slap the sticker on it, and it's gone. It took you 2 minutes, and you just made $3. That's a really good deal. All right, I did a ton of retail arbitrage at Lowe's and Home Depot last year, and this is the very last item, and it sold. So I can't believe it sold after Halloween as far as it did. I discounted it by 10%, and it sold for, actually I discounted it by more than that. It was at $24.95, and I put it down to $20. I'm only in this thing for $5, so I'm still making a fairly decent profit of about $12 after fees. And I'm happy with that because I have cleaned out the entire inventory for Halloween from last year. I unfortunately didn't get any more inflatables. They were all gone at 50%. A lot of times they don't go at 50%, and there's still some left at 75%, and that's when I swoop in and bring them home with me for the next 9-10 months. But they were all gone this year. My wife did, however, get a ton of stuff the next day, and she paid $1 a piece for a ton of Halloween stuff. Not high-priced stuff, but stuff that we can make $7 to $8 on, and she bought a car full of it, and so that'll be what we're selling next year. All right, here's an interesting example. So this was a book that had a dime sticker on it, and I was trying to make a deal with somebody, and I found a couple of extra things. I said, well, hey, I'll do it for that price if you throw X, Y, and Z in, and I threw a couple more things in, and I grabbed this. I had no idea, but I did see Choose a Pathway on the top, and I'm like, you know what? It had $1.95 on the price at the top, but it was in really good shape, had an interesting title, kind of reminded me of Dungeons and Dragons kind of stuff, Runes World, Dragon Tales, and I had never seen it and I had never sold it, and I'm like, you know what, I bet that thing will sell. And I put it up for $6.21 and it sold. So it's not a huge money maker. We're only going to make, you know, I paid nothing for it. We're only going to make, I guess, about $2.50 off of this. $2.75 plus maybe $1.25 in fees is $4. So $2.20, $2.30, $2.40, something like that is all we're going to make. It's barely worth my time, but I would say it just kind of qualifies for about $25 to $30 an hour worth of work. So plus it's a cool book. I'm glad somebody's getting it, and it's in great shape. All right, last but not least, out of the Commonwealth Picker store, and we still have one more sale out of the Homeschool Hustler store. See if I can round up Turner to tell us what sold. And this is our trademark Eneman. If you haven't been around the show, I bought 1,500 of these to sell on eBay. I've been selling them for years, actually, and it just seemed to catch fire with the viewers, and everybody seems to want to buy one. And if you want one, send me a little message off of the link in the description, and I'll just say, hey, I like your show on the Eneman, and I'll send you an offer back for 10 bucks, and you can have an Eneman for 10 bucks, and it's a good little gag gift or a stocking stuffer to send out to somebody. And this one sold full price, $12.81, but it did sell to a viewer. Brett, we appreciate you. I don't know if you want me to read your whole message. It was kind of a long one, and you know what? I'm gonna read it. It says, I found Lonnie's channel somewhat by accident 2 months ago, and I've started watching different multiple eBay sellers, including yours. I really enjoy your videos as well, and I learn a lot from them. My wife thinks the Eneman will be a great gag gift for her brother. Thank you again, Brett. It also says that they have 85 items listed and have sold about 400 bucks worth in 6 weeks. So I'd say that's more than a start. I think that's doing pretty good. So a lot of you are new resellers out there, and we wish you the best of luck. So Brett, this one's coming off to you and going to your brother-in-law, hopefully in the stocking stuffer. And you got to let me know if he thought it was funny or not. By the way, it says Eneman on the back, in case you're wondering. All right, I decided I was going to do the Fontane a little bit different because I thought you might be getting tired of seeing all the Fontane that's been selling. We're selling this on consignment for Dirt Road Treasures in Bedford, Virginia, and they have been kind enough to just say, hey, take it all, you sell it, you bring back half of the money and give it to us, and we'll call it a deal. So we've been doing pretty good. I'm trying to sell these things quickly, so we're undercutting the competition by like $1 on every deal. So we sold $90 worth today, like 91, something like that. And so I'm just going to show them to you real quick. Here's a goat and Andrew, which looks like he's a potter of some sort. He's painting a pot right there. So all of what I showed you went for $90 plus shipping on top of that. Here's a lighted campfire, and you put a little battery in it and it lights up underneath. Miriam, looks like a shepherdess. And last but not least, a lighted pottery corner. All that for 90 bucks, and we're going to split that 50-50 after fees. So that's about 40 bucks a piece. All right, so stick around. We're going to get Turner in here, and he's going to show you the one item that sold out of the Homeschool Hustler store. And for those of you who are new to the program, when something sells out of the Homeschool Hustler store, we give the Homeschool Hustlers $1 for spending money. We give them $1 that they need to put in the bank, and we give them $1 that they're going to donate to a charity. In this case, they mostly give their money to a little boy who they sponsor in Haiti. When we talk about you get $1, you get to save $1, and you get to donate $1, that's what we're talking about. Turner's been saving the money that he's been able to keep, so he has to put $1 in the bank, but he's also been saving the other money because he wants a few things that he's not quite sure Santa's going to bring him. So Reagan has too. And Reagan does a little bit of extra work for us and takes pictures. A lot of the pictures of the Homeschool Hustler store, Reagan took those. And she's also learning how to list things and how to clean things. Turner cleans every once in a while, but pretty much that's all he could do. So let's bring him in here and let him show you what sold out of the Homeschool Hustler store. And it was an item from the Nirvana plush sale, and I'm going to total that up and let you take a look at that too. All right, Turner, what the heck is that thing?
A troll.
It's a troll. Did you just watch that movie today?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, who's in that movie?
Poppy.
Poppy. You like Poppy?
Yeah.
She likes to sing, doesn't she?
Yeah, and my favorite is Branch.
Okay. So that is a troll, and that is a Santa Claus troll. And that came out of the plush Nirvana sale, and you're going to get $1 for that. You're going to get to save $1, and you're going to get to donate $1. And that sold for $14.95 plus shipping. What do you think of that?
Good.
Awesome. All right, thanks, bud.
Bye.